Go!
Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Court of Appeal reserves judgment on Nnamdi Kanu's appeal. Court of Appeal reserves judgment on Nnamdi Kanu's appeal. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. A court of appeal sitting in Abuja has reserved its judgment on an appeal the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra Appêål, Nnamdi Kanu, filed to quash the terrorism and treasonable felony charge the federal government preferred against him. Nnamdi Kanu, the Appêål leader who is currently facing trial before the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja, had through his team of lawyers, led by Chief Mike Ozekome's son, approached the appellate court to query the legal competence of the charge pending against him. Kanu is facing trial alongside three others for alleged act of terrorism and treasonable felony. He has insisted that he was not seen as a terrorist and will challenge the charge before any court of law. The federal government, through its lawyer, Umar Mohammed, had asked the court to dismiss the application filed on the Appêål leader's behalf, arguing that the counter affidavit filed by the defense team to the prosecution team was dismissed by the court, adding that the defense had no locus standing to file a similar application. Mohammed therefore asked the court to dismiss Kanu's application for lack of merit. In a counter affidavit, Kanu's team, led by Chief Ozekome's son, contended that Kanu had already been arraigned in the charge and that the court would be committing judicial rascality if it failed to accept the prayer for the discharge of the application challenging the competence of the charge against him. In a ruling delivered by Justice Binta Nyako, the court disagreed with the defense lawyer and said that the application by the Appêål lawyer was meritorious, adding that her view was based on provisions of sections 3967 and 3847 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, ACGA 2015. Nyako said she would not be a party to any act of judicial rascality and would not sit on a case to which she was not a party, adding that the court would not be a party to a case where the case could be said to have reached finality as it was at the stage. Justice Nyako noted that the court, as a matter of interest, had earlier dismissed a similar application filed by Kanu's co-accused, Bright Chimeze. The court said it dismissed the application because the prosecution had not filed a proper charge against the defendant. Justice Nyako also noted that since the matter was already at the stage of the trial, the court must not allow itself to be manipulated into declining jurisdiction. She said the defense team should have filed a motion challenging the competence of the charge against Kanu and Chimeze since the two were in the custody of the federal government. Kanu had approached the court to challenge the competence of the charge preferred against him by the federal government. The IPOB leader is being prosecuted alongside three others before Justice Binta Nyako of Federal High Court sitting in Abuja on a three-count charge of treasonable felony. The three-count charge, according to the federal government, was amended from an initial four-count, saying that the first and second charges alleged that Kanu and Chimeze were in charge of IPOB when it committed a treasonable felony against Nigeria and contravened the provisions of Section 58, 1A of the Constitution. Meanwhile, the court, in a ruling on Tuesday, slammed Kanu's lawyer, Israel de Liberty, a law lecturer at the Rivers State University of Science and Technology, Port Harcourt, with an 100,000 fine for bringing the name of the court to disrepute with the publication of newspaper publications containing the stories titled "A Bomb and Three Bodies" and "A Bombshell and Deadly Secret." Justice Nyako ordered Liberty to pay the sum within 7 days from Tuesday. The judge said that the publication against the judiciary was brought to our knowledge by a letter from Justice Foebe Ayuara of the same court on August 24. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by the comment section and let's know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.